This is Muddy Waters, and we're here with Miss Tiffany Horn at New Styles in Gastonia, North Carolina. And this is our segment of the Black Boycott, where we support black business, but we invite all to come.
Hold up, man.
Peace.
Man, hold up, man. You can't be using terms if you don't. That ain't what that is, man.
What? The Black Boycott?
Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Picking up the broken pieces. I done had my share of lessons and no life a teacher. This beat be talking to my soul like it was a preacher. This for them late nights on the road, so turn up your speaker flow, call, turn up the heater. Bet on me, go all in. If I try and I fail, I'ma try it again. I won't stop until I win. Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Everything I wanna know, I'm really about to have it to it.
Okay. All right. So we here today, man, and we with Miss Tiffany Horn, and of course y'all know Black Boom.
My name is Tiffany Horn. I am the owner of New Style Fashions. This is actually a family owned business. We have two locations. We have one in Forest City, North Carolina, which is located in Rutherford County, and we have another business here in Gaston County. We are located at 347 West Main Drive in Forest City. That location has more men apparel and our sneakers for all ages, from infants to men. We carry a lot of different brands like Nike, Jordan, Timberland, Fila, which is one of our top accounts, and just numerous others. We also have our line here in Gastonia. We're located on 2515 East Ozark Avenue, not too far from the mall. And we have more of a selection of clothing and men's apparel. We try to focus more on our long-term strategy here, which is going to be branching out into the clothing market. Now, what other questions?
That's great. That's great. First of all, what inspired you to get into this business of apparel?
All right. So, what inspired me to get into this business of apparel? So, we've always carried apparel, but we just haven't carried it so heavy. We have seen since Nike has started to take a lot of accounts from smaller businesses that we did need to branch out and go into different lines of business, which is branching out more into apparel. Because we want to be able to offer our customers and stay within our community things that are sustainable and affordable, and also be able to do something a little bit different than what we're used to, which is normally being a footwear brand. We actually started out in New York. My mom, she actually was the first person to actually introduce the Jordan brand into New York City, because she worked with VIM in New York. She was the manager over 28 stores in New York, and that's really where I got my experience from, because I actually watched her manage multiple locations in New York. Working at her job, she would take me there to like shadow her a lot in my youth. So I've actually been in the retail clothing shoe business for a long period of time.
So let me ask you a question. How was that experience? How was that experience being in a bigger city? Being now that you're in a smaller city, was it a little harder? Was it a little easier? You understand what I'm saying? How was that experience?
Definitely. So, well, what I can attest to from just the customer demographics and things like that, being in the city, it's kind of like that saying that they say,
Like, if you can't make it in New York or you can't make it up there, you can't make it nowhere because you have a constant influx of customers. Not only that stay in that city, you have a constant influx of customers from overseas everywhere in the world.
Right.
So if you can't get out there and hustle and make it in New York, you can't make it anywhere. The thing here is you actually have to be consistent. You gotta always be looking for the next biggest thing, fashion. Always ordering. You always have to be on top of what you're doing, and you have to be there for the customer, or you're not going to be in business because out here you're going to have a smaller base of clients, right? You're not going to have millions and millions of clients. You're going to have to succeed off of what you have. So what I would say to somebody in a smaller market, make sure that you are catering to your client, asking your client what they like, what they don't like, so you're able to grab hold of that client. And because even for one of my friends, they said they would have 20 customers that made 25% of their revenue, and they're heading up to $200,000 this year in revenue. So value what you got, your base customers, and then go from there. And you can base what your customer base is going to be off of from those 20 people or those 10 people. You got to start with what you got.
You giving them all your secrets? I like that man.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
What sets New Styles apart from any other apparel store?
Listen, I gotta ding 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 goes out the camera. I don't know yet.
Can I answer it from the outside looking in?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Just from from what I've seen, my observation, and something you told me stuck with me. The approach is different. Like we, for us, by us, the approach is more like, organic. Mm-hmm. Like you actually trying to cater to the taste of your people, as opposed to, the Chinese approach, which is just, quantity over quality type. No real focus on the culture, just capitalizing on what's popular, that whole thing. So that's just my observation. Like,
yeah, that
sets it apart.
That did make. I forgot we did have that conversation. So, you know how sometimes you go into a business and you
Just see all type of derogatory things or things that you would not want your child to wear, and it just looks really kind of like negative, cheap, ghetto, hood. And there's all different type of black people. We want to have apparel that is still unique. It still has flavor. It still has swag to it, but it has a meaning behind it, and it's how can I say, tasteful. You know what I'm saying? So you could go anywhere and you can wear it, and people like, man, I want what you got on. That's nice right there. You know what I'm saying? So I want it not only to be able to go, if you're going out to the club, or you could be going to Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever it is, I want it to be something that's cost effective. Most of my things are $10, $15, $20. Really, a lot of things in here is not going over $30. I wanted it to cater to people like me, a regular working woman, a regular working man.
So it could fit in our budget and also reflect the culture, which is totally different than what you're going to get on AliExpress and Alibaba and everything like that, because they miss the message a lot of the times when they cater to black people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, who does most of your arranging in your shop? You do most of your arranging?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do most of the arranging. I do most of the ordering, different things like that. Sometimes I do have my family go out and pick out something. So some of the things in here, I have my mom and my brother and stuff do that, like on the men's side. But for the women and things like that, I do most of that. Okay.
So I know you probably don't want to give out too much secrets, so I'm not going to really get into too much of what your future endeavors are, but I would like to ask, do you plan on ever kind of collaborating with someone with new, what did you call it?
Brand.
With new brands?
Brands.
Yeah, to bring in like a independent person coming in and working with you on, with their brand, and do you plan on starting Tiffany's brand?
Yeah, so
Or
that
do you already
is,
have a Tiffany brand?
Well, that is actually something that is very important to me, very special to me. So I actually have a nonprofit. It's called Social Work Staffing. So my nonprofit is what I want to start my brand with. I want to employ people in our community and also wholesale to other boutiques to offer, like I said, something that's not generic, something that is different, something that has a meaning behind it, so that everybody, everywhere, not just here in America, but everywhere, can have something that means something.
Because of course, Boone, he got his own brand going on. Would that be something interesting to you to maybe, not focus, but allow him to come and bring
yeah.
a product
Yeah, because
in?
definitely his merchandise has a statement, has a meaning behind it. And even speaking with him, he has an understanding of what's going on right now in the world right now. And we have to start taking advantage of what's going on, not only financially, educationally, systematically, what's going on in the community, and actually reflect that. Instead of just, a lot of time people, you see so much negativity flashing through. Sometimes you just need some statement pieces just to, make it a reality. So people don't just be like, oh, I don't forgot about it.
Something inspirational, like not just the, stuff that we see.
Right.
Okay.
Get a little flashes of positivity in them.
Right.
And I'm going to let you, Boom, talk about the Nike situation. So we want to know about that. We want to know about this Nike situation and what's going on. So you can... Like she said, Nike is closing a lot of contracts on small businesses.
Right.
So how does that affect the small businesses? How did it affect
This
you?
affects the dynamic of what that looks like is,
or if you have any questions about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Say you're a small business, you are what
brought it to the community, right? Just how a lot of small businesses now use influencers to market their brand. These mom and pop stores were the influencers of the day, right? This is where you went to go get your fashion from, right? So now you're going to cut off the people that actually influence the community, influence the fashion, taught you what was the hot product to sell, because they're the ones that were buying the stuff. Now you have grown up so large that you don't even worry about the mom and pop businesses anymore. You actually try to cut not only the mom and pops, but any type of resellers or anybody from making any money. So not only that, how many of our athletes, our big entertainers that are out here promoting this Nike brand, how many of them actually even think to say, hey, our Jordan brand, hey, how many of my people are actually have the ability to get my inventory, get my product to the regular consumer out of their business?
And you said this wasn't a boycott.
right?
I could have used that, bro.
It's still recorded.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
This is good stuff.
We gotta discuss it first, man, so we know where we at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is good stuff.
That would be that.
How you
that
feel
would
about
be like
that? How you
political.
feel about that? Any questions you would like to ask her about?
Well, my understanding of the thing is, like she said, you got corporations that, they kind of revealing where they stand. Like, you would think it's a symbiotic relationship where they both benefit from, the corporate standpoint, using a smaller business to help them get this shit out there, stuff out there. And she's benefiting by having the umbrella of Nike. But what this is showing is that Nike don't have no real regard for anybody but Nike. Like, if they don't need you, they're not going to deal with you.
So basically, Nike, you didn't push us out. We're pushing you out.
Yeah, it's not about just being a partner, or they look at it like they doing you a favor. I'm doing you a favor by giving
But
you
really,
contracts.
the community.
So
is
when I
doing
take
them
the
a favor.
contracts, it's
Right.
like it's expected.
So when you go into a Nike store, you go into Footlocker, you go on the Finish Line, you want to buy some Adidas, you want to go to get some Yeezys, right? Let's hit everybody, right? You want to go and purchase all these different products out here in the market. When you go into the stores, what type of music do you hear over
Hip hop?
Hip hop. So they target and they cater using the hip hop.
They want to come into the small stores, but
Right.
they don't want the small stores to come into their stores. That makes sense. Unless you have some type of big name, like they got baby stuff, little baby stuff,
Okay.
all in. You know what I'm saying? Footlocker, Foot Action. But why they can't have Boom
Got
stuff in
you.
there or Tiffany stuff in there?
Right,
You see what I'm
got
saying?
you,
But
got
they
you.
want to come into your store
Right.
Sell their product.
and sell their product.
Right.
Nike.
So they
you
can
didn't
get
push us out. We pushing you out.
right. So that means that they can get into the smaller communities. Like I said, they use the smaller businesses, the community, to build themselves up. And then once they got what they wanted out of this situation, then they cut the smaller business off. They say, hey, what if a lot of small businesses, which are a lot of small businesses,
just like me, having to say, you know what? I have to rethink my whole strategy on how I'm going to make my living, how I'm going to feed my family after supporting this business so long. Because I took a lot of value into how I interacted with this business. So I pushed them, and they just go, you know what?
And
We
that's
wipe
the
your
thing with it,
hands
like,
with you.
they just wash their hands. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is. You take it or leave it. Like, not even take it or leave it. Like, we ain't doing business with you. Just what it is. So, you make moves over time to, you know, cultivate your relationship. But they get to a point where it's just like, bottom line, I don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? So how do you approach that? How do you even deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if this is a trend. Like, Nike is not alone. Like, a lot of the big corporations.
a lot
are
of
trying
big
to step in the
corporations
way,
are doing the same thing. So
keeping
one
things
thing I can
in-house.
say is
What are you doing to transition?
First, kind of
from that?
explain that whole thing.
Yeah.
What are the big companies doing?
what are the big companies doing? So like Adidas, Saucony, Nike, New Balance. It's several companies out there that are Under Armour, right? There's several companies out here that use black people, use black celebrities, market their stuff to
Black people, and that do absolutely nothing for the black community, do absolutely nothing with black boutiques, do absolutely nothing to create generational wealth in black communities, and it has to stop. Like, if you market to a certain demographic of people and we're spending all of our hard-earned money with you and we cannot even get the door cracked, right? The percentage of business that you're doing in our community and we don't even have a smidget of the pie, what does that tell? Nothing. We have nothing. And
that's just one example,
sad.
like, of the bigger picture. Like,
right.
we, like she said, you spend your hard-earned
It's like
money.
the Popeyes chicken sandwich,
Yeah, man.
but worse.
It's like they laughing at us
Right.
as they spend our money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Free advertisement, everybody walking around with it on, but look, I even got on some phone posits right now. Could I get a contract to carry these phone posits? How many black boutiques and different owners can get a contract with Nike? Barely none.
And that's what the term boycott or boycott comes from. It's like they squeeze you and you gotta find another way to get your objective.
Just trying to
done.
get in the door.
Yeah, like if you're gonna, like with Nike, we ain't gonna be doing business with you. If you had a black, a powerful black base, the boycott comes in where since Nike is stepping away, our people, our customers, gonna step in and spend some money with us to make the difference up. You know what I'm saying? That's what the power structure does. Like that whole Tony's ice cream thing. the power structure got together and was like, since y'all want to make a big deal about this Tony's thing, we gonna put all our money into Tony's to show y'all that we in it together. You know what I'm saying? I boycott as opposed to a boycott. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna spend all our money at Tony's. If we gotta come here every day just to spend our money with them to make them stronger, to show some kind of solidarity, that's what it's about.
And that's what we need in our community.
That's what we don't really have.
This is another thing is when you talk to black people and black consumers and things like this, another thing is,
okay, you can take this because you know what I'm saying. So when a black woman go to get her hair done, we go to black beautician. A black man go get his hair done, he goes to a black barber because you feel comfortable there, right? But when it's time to go get
everything else,
Why is it?
Why is it so easy?
I haven't figured it out yet, and I've been in business for 13, 15 years. I haven't figured it out.
Look at this. You and that person got the same type of hair. Y'all, you know how to work with it. They know how to work with you. If you went and sat down somewhere else, would they know how to take care of you or service you the same way?
Hey, I got a white barber right across the street from my barbershop.
Right.
Black people come over there. You know what he do?
What?
He send them to me.
Right.
Every time.
What you mean? Why?
He send them to me.
Why?
Because he don't want to cut their hair or he don't know how.
Exactly, because he's not.
He sends them to me, and they tell me every time. They be like, "Man, I went across the street, but he sent me over here."
Right.
Well, he trying to look out, or he don't want to deal with it.
It's not the
That's
same
what I'm saying. I don't know.
You get what I'm saying?
Know. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know how to do the same thing.
I don't know, but every barber should because we learned it. I'm not sending.
Right.
I mean, I would if I didn't have time.
Right.
But if I'm in and I'm free.
Right.
I'm cutting the white boy's hair because I know how to do it. Right.
But you get what I'm saying? My hair is what makes me
definitely
African American, which makes me African. You get what I'm saying?
It's what makes me, right? Mm-hmm. So when black people go into black establishment, whether it be food, clothing, insurance, doctor's office, different things like that, a lot of people say, "Oh, I have to go out of my way to come and see you. I have to go." They should know to treat me this certain type of way because I went out of my way to come over here to see you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It shouldn't be like that in the black community because we're not going to create generational wealth like that.
Like the Jews,
we are not
to say that I'm a Jew, my lawyer is Jewish, my dentist is Jewish, doctor is Jewish. All the people that
and it's really sad.
And we say, I ain't dealing with no black. I ain't get no black doctor.
Right.
I ain't get no black accountant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
man,
different approach.
For real.
And it wasn't like that two, three generations ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This conversation is so good, man. I hate to cut this off. I swear I do. This is like monumental shit right here, man.
Right.
But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and move along since the time is, you know what I'm saying. But we definitely may have to get back to this on another segment. But what would you call your store? Would you call it a apparel store or a boutique? What do you call it?
Well,
just for kids.
Actually, I'm trying to make some changes. So I was actually working with, like you said, work with people. So just how barbers and beauty salons and they partner together. I was actually looking to partner with another lady that she has a boutique. And just partnering with different people to make a change. Because us as black community, we need to build in every community that we can get to. And the fastest way to build is to build together. Yeah. Do not try to do everything by yourself because you are only one person. And for a corporation, it takes multiple people to build that up to become nationwide. So we need to start building a foundation of new style fashions everywhere in every type of thing that's possible. So I'm gonna call myself a chain, and that's where we headed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what's up.
So, with that being said, go ahead and give them your information again, and we're gonna end this, man. But go ahead and give me your information again. Where's your store at? Gastonia, North Carolina.
All right, so yes, this is Tiffany Horn. I am located in Gastonia, North Carolina on 347 West Main. Oh, God, that's not my address. All right, let's go ahead. I'm thinking about the Forest City one. All right, we can do it again. All right.
Oh, go ahead. I can.
All right. Okay. So, hey, y'all. Again, my name is Tiffany Horn. My website is New Style Fashions. So that's NU Style, STYLE Fashions, FASHIONS.com. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere you are. So if you look me up, you'll see me. And if you call, you'll either get me or my brother, New Style Fashion in Forest City, New Style Fashions in Gastonia. Anytime you want to build, you want to talk, just give me a call. And I'm always willing to listen and hear what you have to say.
So is there anything else that you... Because I didn't realize we were for 24 minutes. Is there anything else you want to add? I mean, like I said, I can always edit. Anything else you want to add or talk about?
I don't know. You have to give me some things.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, we could edit this and all that.
Yeah, we can edit. I can edit. It's cool.
We talking networking. You know, what I would say is if you are out there in the area and you have, you know, aspirations to, you know, design clothes or, you know, like I do t-shirts, art in general, we should work together, man. Contact us or, you know, however it works. Just gotta start coming together, man. Like, you know, we trying to run a business. We all want to be successful, but it's gonna take more than just
a few of us.
Right, we gotta do this thing together, man.
Right.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. You know, just how our people had the civil rights movement. We got a lot of things done back in the day with a lot of feet on the ground. It was not only black people, it was white people, it was Spanish people, it was everybody, right? So us as a human race, we got to start moving forward as one, as a people in unison. You know what I'm saying? If we could all listen to the same music, eat the same food, enjoy the same holidays together, then everybody needs to be coming together to build. Because the thing is, when black people do make a change or make our voices heard, just like we did in this election here, you know what I'm saying? Things are going to happen. And it's going to motivate other people to make things happen. We have to be change makers. We have to be...
Make it contagious.
Exactly. You know, make it viral, right? We can have viral dances. We can have viral music. We can have viral soul food. We can be viral comedians. We have to be viral business owners. We have to be viral at everything that we do, right? It has to spread all over the place like wildfire.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And don't just try to do like me. I'm not just into one thing. I do insurance. I do clothing, everything like that. I convenience store. You know what I'm saying? Just think outside the box. You don't have to be like everybody else. Whatever you are doing, whatever field you are working in, take advantage of that. Do what you know how to do. Don't follow the wave of what everybody else is doing because you don't know where they came from. You don't know how they got there. You get what I'm saying? And business is hard. Running this is not easy. So it's best to start with what you know and build from there. But always diversify what you have. Do not get into one business and one stream of income because you never know what's going to happen next, okay? So just try to diversify your money. Get with your people and build something together.
Yeah, we all a work in progress. You know, we got to inspire each other, motivate each other, you know, and make some dope stuff together, man. You know, make some changes and make some money. You know?
All right.
Well, Miss Tiffany, we definitely appreciate you inviting us to do this, man, because it was very inspirational.
Yeah.
And maybe, hopefully, we can do it again, and hopefully we can get together and work together and make your vision
Yes.
come to life.
Yes.
All our
So we
vision.
can work on getting some jobs and building wealth and employing our community. That is the number one goal of any business. Is to employ people in your community.
Keep it all in house.
Right.
But everybody's welcome to come.
Right.
Oh yeah, you could come spend money, but you know.
Oh Lord. I listen. What I can tell you is I have Spanish customers. I know how to speak a little Spanish. I got white customers. I got black customers. And what has actually kept my doors open is black and white people and Spanish people. So like, but without black people, we would never made where we are at, right? So it takes everybody, and it takes bias coming out of it, and just do what you love. If you love it, you like it, buy it, and after you leave, you say, "Dang, I just bought that from a black person." You know what I'm saying? Just be happy that we even made it this far to be able to walk back into our businesses again and start building that Black Wall Street back. That is the best part of everything.
Any final words, Boone?
Man, I think we spoke about what we want to talk about.
So what's up, man?
We're gonna have to follow up on this though. Yeah, we'll. As far as the advertising and all that, just the approach.
What you think?
Yeah.
Pretty good? Everything good?
Yeah.
Make it like a cooperative